I'm Kate and welcome to my channel. So for this video, I want to rank like the last 2 months of new products that I've tried. My goal is to do this again like every other month, depending on how many new products I've bought, tried, used, all that. So I'm trying to be very thoughtful about my purchases this year, not just like buying anything new that comes out, but buying things that I truly do want to try. So over the last 2 months, I have 9 new products that I've tried. I believe 5 eyeshadow palettes. That added up fast. A few blushes, some other products. So I just want to go through and rank those products. So, you know, if some of my lower products are things that you love, like, I mean, we all have different makeup preferences, so take it for what it is. But this is how I feel about the last 2 months of new products that I've tried. I'm not going to pull in products that were like new to me but have been around for a long time. Like I tried a new foundation last month. It's new to me, but it's not a new product, so I'm not going to include things like that. I'm really just going to talk about products that are new to the makeup world that I've tried. And like a little disclaimer, there's nothing that I like completely hated in these 9 products. Really only this first one is one that I just didn't like much. It ended up being okay. The end result of using this product was okay. But really for the most part, I enjoy all of these products, just some more than others. So in the 9th spot, I have the Alter Ego's Blooms palette. Now, I had never tried Alter Ego before this. I've heard fantastic things about the formula and the brand. This is a dupe for the Natasha Denona Love palette, which I passed on, but this was like, what, $16? It swatched horribly. I will insert a picture of the swatches. The end look I got was okay, but I'm not excited to grab for this again. I don't do a lot of pinks, but I thought the tones were really pretty. It's okay, it performed okay. There are quite a few duds in this palette, like just shades that aren't going to work. So this one made it in the last spot for these 2 months. All right, in the 8th spot, I have the Nars. This is a soft matte, air matte lip color in the shade Thrust. So the reason why I ranked this all the way down at number 8 is because it's essentially the exact same formula as the Rare Beauty Lip Souffle. So I really like it, but this was, you know, a lot more expensive than the Rare Beauty for the same thing and a smaller product. So yeah, it's not completely transfer proof even though it's matte, it's a soft matte. I don't mind that normally, but you know, in the world of wearing masks right now, it just doesn't really cut it. It's a pretty product, it looks nice, I will get use out of it, but again, I think just the disappointment of the fact that I have something that's essentially the same for a cheaper price was kind of a bummer to me. Alright, in the 7th spot, I have one of the Milani cream blushes. Now this is a cheek kiss in the shade Merlot Moment. So it was the only shade that my Target had and I really wanted to try this. It's Milani, it's a drugstore brand, very affordable. It's just fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It sheared out okay. I like cream blushes a lot, but I have other ones that I've tried that I like better than this. Like if I had to choose, I would choose the Patrick Ta over any ones that I've tried. So this was okay. In the 6th spot is a product that I just tried today. I have it on my eyes along with something else, but it is the Odin's Eye Verdandi palette. So this is one of the mini palettes in the new Norn collection. So a very warm tone palette. It was okay. I really like how these oranges blended out. These didn't show up at all. Like they show up a little bit if you swatch it, but then they just kind of disappear. So they're toppers, but like extra sheer. So not my favorite, but it's okay. I'm glad to have tried the brand, and you'll see another one of these a little higher up in my rankings. In the 5th spot, I have another cream blush, and this is the new Nars cream blush. So it's the Air Matte blush. It came with, you know, the Air Matte lip products. So I got the shade Freedom, which is just a really pretty mauve shade. I really like this formula. I like this formula a lot more than the Milani one. I still prefer the Patrick Ta cream blush, but this is beautiful. My only gripe is the packaging. It's so little that my sponge can't quite dip in. Like I really have to squeeze it to get it in there, but I really like the formula for this. So if only they had packaged it just like flatter and wider. I would have liked this a lot more, but it is a beautiful product. Right, the last 4 products are all things that I really love. I just had a hard time like putting other products above eyeshadow palettes because eyeshadow palettes are my favorite thing makeup wise. But in the 4th spot, I have the Bite Beauty mascara. I'm wearing it today. I wear this every day. It is the best mascara I've ever tried, which is kind of a bummer because it's not a cheap mascara, but this is just fantastic. The formula is beautiful. It's lengthening, it gives volume. It's a really fluffy brush. I mean, again, I'm mad that I like it so much. So if anyone knows of a good dupe, and don't say L'Oreal Lash Paradise because that clumps like crazy on me, this is a fantastic mascara. All right, these last 3, I love them all. It was really hard to choose an order, but I will try my best to explain my thinking of why I ranked these the way I did. So in the 3rd spot is something that has sparked quite a bit of controversy in the makeup community. It is the Nomad Shanghai palette. So there was a lot of controversy around this, you know, citing cultural appropriation, and I think a lot of that came down to, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I don't want to speak out of turn, but that there were some more like religious symbols used that didn't really match with the colors, and that wasn't, you know, the place of the owners of this company to use, not being Chinese themselves. Not disregarding that, but in terms of my ranking, you know, just considering the product, these shimmers are some of the best shimmers I've ever used. The reason why this didn't rank higher is because I just felt like color story wise there's a bit of a disconnect between the mattes and the shimmers. These are beautiful soft mattes. They perform beautifully. I love the Nomad formula and I love these shimmers. I just find that I kind of have to treat them as 2 separate palettes. But I've really enjoyed every look that I've gotten out of these. I've done using these shimmers like a couple really pretty blue to green looks. I'll try to post them up here. I did like a butterfly look using these warm tones. I've just really enjoyed using this palette. All right, in the number 2 spot, I have another product from Oden's Eye. So the other palette, you know, color story wise isn't totally me. I did use it, you know, those oranges and reds as part of this eye look. But in the 2nd place, I put the Erd mini palette from the Norn collection. So this one, grungy greens. I mean, if you look at my Instagram, I think half of my looks are grungy green looks. I love green eyeshadow and this palette is beautiful. Like you have this grungy tone, kind of a softer green. I use this shimmer on the lid. I use kind of a combination of these 2 on the inside part of the lid. This deep brown is perfection. It's just a great palette, you know. And this was my first go at Oden's Eye, so you know, it was a great first impression. I'm excited to try more of these mini palettes. The big palettes haven't really called to me, but I love the size of these. They're compact, they're very curated color stories, so I'm excited to try more of these in the future. All right, and number 1 for my January-February rankings is the Nomad Iceland palette. I think I posted like 9 looks with this thing. I just love everything about it. I love these blues and the greens, especially. The warm tones are really fun to play with. They all work really well together. I love the theme behind the palette. I love Iceland. I've been there and I want to go back. I just love this. This was my first try at Nomad. I'd never tried them previous to this palette, so you know, getting this and just discovering how beautiful the formula is. The mattes are so soft, like especially this dark Castles shade. I have to barely tap my brush into it, and then I have to like sometimes get rid of some excess before I put it on because it's so soft and pigmented. The shimmers are super beautiful and unique, and this is just a stunning, stunning palette. Alright, so that's what I have for the 9 new products that I tried in January and February. Let me know if you tried any of these, and would you have ranked them the same as me, or were there things that you liked more or less than what I did? Just let me know below. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.